How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Today I'm going to be reviewing my 1993 Nissan Skyline R33 GTS. This bad boy is a 5-speed manual. It is a non-turbo because, as you may or may not see, I'm still on my P plates. In the state of Victoria, Australia, this means I can't drive turbo vehicles under the year 2010, so I still found this bad boy. Bad girl, as some people would call it. You'll have to excuse me, it's absolutely filthy at the moment. It's been raining quite a heap, actually. It's winter time here in Australia and it's a bit chilly and muddy and wet. The camera may or may not pick it up, but all down here is just absolutely muddy as dirty. I'll be surprised if the camera doesn't pick it up, but it is what it is. So this will be an inside-outside review sort of thing. The reason I'm doing this is because I posted a 2002 Mitsubishi Lancer, which was my other car, and it got some overwhelmingly positive responses, so I thought I'd do my next car. This is my second car. Funny enough, it's one of my dream cars. I was very lucky to get this. It does have quite a few things wrong with it. For example, that's just the water, but as you can see, it's like all the paint's faded and there's some cracks in it. Some stupid woman backed into me the other day and made the marks. I was pretty upset with her about it. But yeah, I got it in black. I do prefer the grey ones. I think the grey ones just have a nice tone to it. It's a beautiful shaped car. Shame I don't have the original GTS spoiler, but this is what it is. We've got some tinting. This was done by the previous owner. It's like a reddish pink. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Mighty Car Mod sticker, of course. So yeah, this is the general outside of it. I've cleaned it up heaps. You know, I've tried making it look as nice as possible. The last owner did not take a lot of care of it. As you can see, there's like scratches everywhere. The paint's come off. The wheels are shocking, the gutter rashed. I'll be putting new ones on very shortly. Honestly, the only thing I don't really like about the GTS is the front bumper. I think personally it's not short, but I don't like the way that it tucks in back underneath the car. I like when it sticks out like the GTR bumper. At the moment it doesn't have side skirts at all. It's got upgraded brakes, as you can see. Don't know what to say about them. Don't know a whole lot about them. They look alright, but he left the rears stock, so doesn't feel like it does much anyway, but this is what it is. So now we'll take a look at the inside. Now these cars do come with central locking. This one just tends to play up a bit. I don't have a remote central locker for it at the moment. It's just the key, but it is what it is. Like I said, you'll have to excuse the filth. I didn't prepare for this video at all. I just got some time off and I thought, screw it, I'll make a video. So the beeping you can hear is just the alarm to say the door's open while it's unlocked. That way the driver doesn't drive off with the door half open, because these doors are quite hard to close. Like I said, it's dirty, so just excuse it. We'll pop right in, because it is freezing outside. A lot of the inside stock. He's got an aftermarket head unit, but all the other stuff's the same. You got your 5-speed manual. I got oil in there. I was told there was a leak coming from the car the other day. I've since inspected it. It's not leaking oil, but may as well have it ready to go for the next filter. Like I said, aftermarket speakers he put in, they sound trash. Do not buy that. Got my GPS. It's turned off at the moment because the car's turned off, but with the wheels on it at the moment and the tires on it, the speedo reads about 5k's over what it's actually doing. So I put in the GPS just to see what I'm actually doing. Up here it's all the usual crap. Your passengers got your mirror. The driver does not. That stuff's fallen off. This is an import. It's not Australian delivered, so it's got all your you know, your Japanese and whatnot, which makes it nicer. I do enjoy it. Now, although there are back seats in this car, I really do not recommend putting anybody in here. I have had a couple people in here. There's just no legroom. I'm sorry, but the legroom just does not exist in this car. Like, the seat's far forward at the moment, and that's all you're getting. So, yikes. Not very good. Excuse my parcels. Like I said, did not prepare for this video at all. I'm just kind of shooting it off the bat. But overall, the car looks nice, it sounds nice. I'll start it up for you. This is a start up on the inside. It's got a nice growl to it. Don't know if you can hear that or not. I'll open up the door. Very nice. So I'm hoping the mic will pick that up. But yeah, it's got a pretty nice idle. Again, previous owner did this exhaust. So as you can see, he's mounted it too close to the bumper and some of the paint's come off. I'm not too bothered because, like I said, I'm putting new shit on it. New rear bumper will go on. That exhaust will get changed because at the moment it's quite loud. On idle it's fine, but when you're driving it's a little bit obnoxious in fifth gear when you're on the freeway. You'll be doing, like, because for us in Australia, at most of our standard freeways are 110 k's an hour. It's not particularly fast, but yeah, like I said, the exhaust is pretty obnoxious at those speeds. It's a pretty nice car though. I'll turn on the lights. I don't know if this camera will pick it up. The lights are currently on at night time. It looks really awesome. I think I have a picture. I'll put it on screen now if that's the case. Very nice. And the headlights probably need some new ones. That one tends to play up a little bit. The light sometimes goes out. I gotta whack it. You punch the light and it comes back on. It's like magic. It's really strange. If anyone knows any issues like that, please let me know how to resolve it. It's cheaper. Cheaper than a mechanic. Yeah, now I'll do a quick little drive. That was a pain in the ass to get the camera there, but we've done it. It's almost breaking our back. So what are the notes to have about the car? It's incredibly smooth to drive. I was a bit surprised. I think the coilovers in this car are way too stiff, the ones that the guy put on. But changing gears, accelerating, going around corners, it's really something special in this car. It really is. Let's see what this guy's up to. He's just walking by. So we'll go this way. Not going to be the fastest of things. I imagine the turbo one would be quite a lot faster. I haven't driven a turbo Skyline due to thing as well, the turning radius is surprisingly good. Not quite as good as my Lancer, which is front wheel drive, so it should turn better, but I was surprised. I genuinely thought this thing was going to be a bit harder to park and maneuver and whatnot. We'll go this way. Haven't been down here in a while. Yeah, like I said, it's just a genuinely smooth car to drive. The only things I don't like about this car is one, its fuel efficiency. Like, it's 2.5 litres and it's not overly quick, but I would say it's on par to a couple of V8s that I know people drive. It's pretty bad fuel efficiency. I don't hate it. I just didn't expect it. Like, I thought maybe it would have been a tad better, seeing as this car isn't turboed, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the turbo actually helps the fuel efficiency. I know they do in some cars, I'm not sure. So yeah, I get between 300 to 350 kilometers per tank. It costs me 65 Australian to 75 Australian dollars to fill up, depending on how empty the tank is. It's usually 65, so I'd imagine that's probably 45 US dollars, I think. Maybe 40. I really noticed the torque in this car. The power is a bit hard to feel because, like I said, it's not overly powerful from the factory. This thing made 190 horsepower and it's, what, I think 27 or 28 years old, I think. 27, I think. 27 years, I believe, is how old it is. So yeah, it's really not that quick a car. But for the price I got this at, I'm not really complaining. So for those of you who are wondering, I got this car for 5,500 Australian dollars. I have no idea what that is in US. I'd say probably around the 3,800 mark, which is probably cheap over there. Now, the reason this car was so cheap was because Skylines in Australia are generally cheaper. They're not such a craze over here. Like, so yeah, I bought this car 5.5 with the roadworthy, which is what makes this car cheap. You can get other Skylines, R33s in particular, for around this price mark in different states. I've seen a couple in Queensland go for 5,000 without any safety certificate, but this one was 5.5 in Victoria with the roadworthy, which is cheap. I got it for pretty good. But the reason it was so cheap is because it's just so beat up. Like, mechanically, the car's very healthy. At the moment, it's got 211,000 kilometers. That's less than quite a few that I've seen. So yeah, I mean, the car still drives very nice. At least to me it does. I've only driven a few other cars and it's very nice to drive. But yeah, just on the outside, cosmetically, it's scratched everywhere. The paint's really shit. Cosmetically, there's a lot of things not so great about the car, but mechanically it's fine. So the way I see it, yes, I did get a really cheap Skyline. Yes, it needs work, but I can drive it all day, every day, and it'll be okay. Just doesn't look the prettiest in its current state. And if you are a younger person looking at buying a Japanese import or an older car of any sort, really, be prepared. Be prepared, it's going to cost you money. This one, so far, I bought it, I want to say 3 months ago. I've had to fix 2 new tyres. I've had to buy 2 new tyres for the fronts because one of the guys sold me a dodgy tyre. I had to buy a new set of headlights. I'm still waiting on those because the last guy screwed me around on eBay, so I had to get my money back. Fuel's expensive, insurance is stupid expensive. Me being a younger person driving a Skyline, that's to be expected, especially in Australia. They're shockingly known for doing stupid things and crashing their cars. So, what's my final opinion about the car? Turbo Skyline, go in with the thought that it's not the quickest car in the world. Go in with the thought that it'll cost you money. But if you get one cheap enough, I would definitely think it's worth it. Absolutely. So yeah, I guess my final point is, if you want to get one, go ahead and do it. I have no regrets about buying this car. I think it was worth every dollar. And like I said, it still needs work, but the car's like 27 years old, so that's to be expected. I drive it daily. It's not on club permit, which in Australia is like a license, registration for the car that you can only drive it on occasions or a certain amount of kilometers every year. This is a car I drive every day. And it served me a really good purpose. It gets me to any destination I want, providing it's not crazy four-wheel driving or anything. The heater works. Most of the electronics work. I can't work out how to turn the fog lights on. I'm gonna have to Google that. I've looked everywhere in the bloody car for it. I can't find where to turn on the fog lights. It's probably right in front of me somewhere. I've looked at every switch, every knob I can, and I can't work it out. Someone's probably laughing at me in the comments. So if you know, please tell me. Otherwise I've got to Google it, and I've had no luck so far. So overall, this is a fun car. If you're a P-plater in Victoria or New South Wales and you want to look at getting an NA1, maybe you should. If you can get it cheap enough, I wouldn't pay more than probably $7,500 for one of these non-turbo ones. I'd argue after that it's probably not worth it. Otherwise you're better off just saving up for a turbo model for when you get your full license, which is what I'm doing. I'll be buying a GTS T after this car. I thought about engine swapping it, but I think I want to clean a car on the outside as well. So I'll be getting the GTS T if I can, preferably Series 2. Take what you will away from it. So yeah everyone, thanks for watching my R33 GTS review. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can leave it a dislike. Maybe in the comments tell me what you'd rather see. By all means, I love the feedback, and we'll probably do an updated video when I clean some shit up from it, or even get a GTS T. And if you want to stay updated for any future videos, feel free to subscribe. So feel free to give it a sub. Check out my other videos, see if you like my other content. If you don't, it's no worries. And yeah, let me know what you love about the car. If you know how to turn the fog lights on, feel free to let me know. I've only owned it for a few months. I'm still doing a lot of shit to it. But I love it. It's good fun. Alright, thanks everyone.